Yeah, that's what it feels like, right? We wanted to hold Ecstatic to a pretty high standard, but all in all, if we have to be realistic, OG has been showing a much higher level of play. And after yesterday, JiJieHao showed that they have a pretty terrifying Dust 2. Well, unfortunately, they don't get to play this one today. It will be a Mirage instead, starting off with a B play.
Crizzen having to fall back, using that smoke to allow that fallback, but it does give JiJieHao full control of that B-bomb site. Tagged down to 2 HP now as well, and Kamau will not let them live. Trying to push the issue, press the issue. One will now go down. Spook having to try and retake here. He'll try and use manpower to push his way through, and he will manage to remove Kamau, but there's more where that came from. Adam B will tap BetBoom, he's managed to tap Pyjamas as well. Might be down to Mini, but he's run down. Adam B getting 3 headshots, all down to Issa. They know he's stuck in the apartments now as well. Smoke on that bomb, but of course no kit in play. It's going to be a 10-second defuse in that smoke, but it's not going to matter. Erosdos will stop Issa. That's a great retake from OG.
What a surprise. Guns for $1 yet again. Not tired? Stop wasting time and money on junk. With Hellcase, your inventory will turn into a fairy tale. Be smart like the terrorist.
Yeah. Sometimes if you've had an early start to play one series, you can get pretty tired by that second one if you're going straight in for it, but let's see how that pans out. Spook managed to find Issa. But Kamau will catch Crizzen with one of those 4 sport rifles. Galil will get the frag. As an FYI, if you do see your crosshair on the screen on the Observer, jiggle around a little bit. That can be a bug since the update from last night. For an Observer, players aren't actually using the follow recoil crosshair, as you can see there on Nico does, and on Spook. But he makes it look good either way. 2 taps for Spook, and Enemy will run down Osama. So 4 players alive on the anti-4 spy. They'll be happy with that.
First buy round coming in for JiJieHao though, and this is where things should start getting a little bit more interesting. They've played a couple Mirages so far against European opposition. Not as good as the Dust 2s, but there has been some closer games. And yet, you don't want to let OG get an early lead here. This is a great opener. Kamau putting Nikodos to sleep.
We've got Erosdos pushed further actually into the apartments. That could catch Osama off guard. He's shifting into it. At least he's managed to be able to jiggle out for the information. Erosdos doesn't know how many players are there. So he's going to choose to smoke him off and keep him at bay with Crizzen's help on the site. Issa has dropped down. He's ready and pushed into the site from that short position, and they've cleared out both players who are anywhere near B. That's immediately a 5v2 and probably JiJieHao's first round.
Yeah, as we already pointed out, OG do have the firepower to hold on to the bomb sites if you try and go for quick plays from the bat.
They're going to go for their pop now. It's over toward B with about 30 seconds on the clock. Spook having to put that smoke down to keep himself alive. He does have Erosdos in support, and a nice little line above the smoke for Spook. He's able to find 2. Issa and Mini will drop. BetBoom might finally have found that trade, but it's too little, too late. And Erosdos is still there to help out. It's a good hold from OG. They read that one pretty easily. You can play aggressive on a Mirage. You have to push the issue more into more crossfire positions, where you can't really take the gamble straight up at early round in some scenarios. Nico does towards the ticket, I should say, trying to hold toward ramp. And Crizzen will remove Kumau early. Mid, dancing around that con smoke, eventually gets taken down, but it's just these odd picks around the map for JiJieHao.
The bomb dropped on short.
Frag. And yeah, bomb not in their possession anymore. BetBoom needs to win these duels, especially toward Adam. He's helped out by Mini, to be fair. They know that Nico wants CT. That Molotov's going to be very annoying for him. He's burning down. He's spammed down by BetBoom. And that nade actually does kill Spook. So out of all of this, it's a 1v1. He knows that Erosdos is swinging window. He looked at the right place at the right time, but the 1v1 goes OG's way. At some point, maybe a fast B split up short. Get the smokes down in Con and window. Just go for something pacier. This is a start, though. Pushing Nico away from Con. Nico, in the end, will find Issa. Maybe the low HP doesn't even matter on the AWP. And you know what? He's even still peeking through bench. He's loving it. Feeling super confident at the moment. And, oh, okay. Adam B actually does walk into that Molotov in towards CT, but there's 3 in Con for Mini to face. Not winning that in a month of Sundays, then there could be another triple peak. You just can't do anything about that if you're JiJieHao. Triple peak upon triple peak.
You've already bested one team in a really convincing fashion, so it truly is all about the playing experience. Truly is all about Nikodos hitting a shot here with the open. He will be able to do so. Adam B from underneath Palace, good for one, does get run down by the pistol, but there's already a flank in play. There's no way they're making this round work.
And Prison is already in play. Kamal doesn't check. Gets caught on the flank. And Mini, well, he may go 1 for 1. I'm afraid BBoo's control over toward B, having at least trying to push through the site and trying to create a flank of his own, is never really going to pan out. 8-1 to OG. Trying to get an opening kill and something to work with, a map control to work with, even get an after plant of some sort, some kind of 3v3, 2v2 to give yourself a go in this game. Right now we're just seeing why OG are so solid overall. Issa will now finally manage to get a opening. Actually, it is IGL on IGL. Important one to find. OG, of course, have only had Adam B and Arosdos on the team for under a month between them. Really full time. So, I'm going to give them props for how good they can look so soon. But JiJieHao might have finally found an opening here. Low HP on a couple of these players, but they're winning their duels here. BB will drop down toward B. That's Arosdos to drop. Spook finds Kamal. And he's going to want to look for more. He has to regress in a 2v4 to look for more. And there you go, with 2 players on his screen, but couldn't respond. And Osamas does check Adam B and Con nicely. But that was really dead. Like, they were maneuvering across the map nicely.
They're the ones that need to make the difference. Look at Kamal go. He's taking the initiative right now.
And that is a lock, really, to win that duel against Prison. Completely stuck in the corner of Con. And B's in a good position behind the smoke on ramp, but he's starting to win the duels now, Kamal. We've spoken a lot about this guy, kind of coming from nowhere as such, from the local Kazakh scene. But he's looking impressive, as like Devil Walk was mentioned, like a secondary star as such. He can be an impressive one for the future as well. This is going to be flanking out Nikodos going through Murder Hole. Spook is stuck in CT. Doesn't get 2. He's still relatively healthy. He knows that Issa is charging in. Can he isolate these duels? Spook's got a chance. Bomb is now dropped on the site as well, using utility to the best of his ability. This is a brilliant clutch attempt from Spook. And he's going to convert it. That is unreal. One of the best clutches of the tournament so far. The way he isolated those duels. Beautiful. 15-5. Like we touched on. That's a big miss from Nico, but Spook and Adam B are just there to help. JiJieHao had a slight cling onto this game. Maybe you have a chance for an 8-4. As it is, it's going to be a 10-2, you would think. They still managed to find Nikodos in the end. Look at Arosdos already pushing through with the UMP. Making a move. And sort of a situation where I'm not sure Kamal will necessarily check his right into TV room. As he just goes back to spawn. But neither will know for a while. I think Spook is over toward B.
Bomb's gonna get dropped.
Mini's gonna die, yeah.
Yep, you're not ready for this. Knife out, close range, bomb down, 40 seconds, and now they've realized it. We don't really have the bomb site. We don't really have our own spawn either. We're just stuck in the middle of nowhere. This is going to be a 10-2 Even with that kill from Kamal, there's no way they'll make their way onto a bomb site and get the plant.
I mean, the Molotov allows them to pick it up, but with where that B site anchor is, of Spook, been such a reliable pair of hands so far. He's going to hear them trampling in. And they're not even going to check it. A tap. Actually, very smart from Spook there. It looks a bit whiffy, but it's smart to go for the player not trying to go for the bomb plant first. Because he knows that that second player will have to take time pulling out his weapon again. Yeah, and 9 and OG actually played the other night as well. And I think 9 won that, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was just
ECL.
speaking about it.
Yeah, I think it's... Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought you were talking about them both looking good in general, not playing each other. My bad, I misheard you. Apologies. Prison. looking to entry. And he will manage it. It's BBoom on bench, who was very stuck there with so many players coming his way and not able to connect the first few bullets. Ooh, okay, Mini. That was pretty
Swift.
dirty. Is there a chance to make their way back in at all, though? There's no kit. That is the main issue. They're going to have to just win these spam duels, and they are going to go 2 for 2. But there's Arasdos finding Kumal. Leaves it all down to Osamus. Been highly rated by the desk and by us, even though the rating doesn't necessarily show it. We know he's very sharp, but the time has gone. There's no way you're winning this. He's just looking for extra money for his team, and Arasdos will not allow it. 11-2, Ted. 3 MP9s, a FAMAS and a Deagle. It's not too pretty, I'm afraid. We'll try and make our way out ramp as well. It's honestly going to be very hard to hold on. Arasdos will deal with Issa. Wizard will get caught on his mid lurk, which I suppose is something to work in JiJieHao's favour. But I'm not planted just yet. There's still plenty of time. They're just going to go for the duels. It's a quad peak pretty much in towards CT, and no one can win their duels with the long-range MP9. What can you really do about that? When OG are on form, that is what it looks like.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. OG coming in strong, looking. And if you're OG, just keep doing whatever you've been doing so far, because it has really been working out quite nicely. A T-side start here for OG on the CT, or on the T side of Nuke, obviously. On their map pick, Mini. Down to 3 HP to begin with, but Osamus is tapping away from the other side of things, able to find that first kill onto Chris, and Arasdos finding himself onto a bit of a timing here on that A-bomb side. How many kills can he get? Spotted now. Arasdos, a couple players to challenge. Left dancing around. The bomb is actually down on the B-bomb side, but if Arasdos gets that kill, do they want to go back? Surely.
Yeah, they can now, but Adam B's betwixt and between. You can see he doesn't know which way to go, but it might not matter, and he won't get caught by Kumal. That's probably put an end to the hopes here, unless Mini can surprise Adam on this bomb plant. Actually does manage to grab that kill, and he'll tap the bomb even to make Nico Dolls and Arasdos feel a bit more uncomfortable, but Nico stops Kumal from making it up the vent. The Mini, only one bullet needs to be hit on Mini, but now he's out of bullets, and eventually it took a little bit longer than perhaps it was necessary. As you can see, his reaction.
They should start.
Sometimes what you've got to look at is what the players like use as a hashtag after they tweet about whether they've won or lost their match. I think it's like, it's not Bleed OG. I can't remember. It's something. I'm gonna have to look up Quiden's Twitter later.
Yeah, Bleed doesn't exist anymore.
BBoom, MP9 managed to get himself 1. MP7 on Spook actually gets 2 kills. Yeah, I've seen a little bit more of that SMG since the MP9 nerf. Seeing a bit more of a spread across the decisions and choices. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Nice censorship there, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
I appreciate that.
Everyone likes ducks.
My young ears needed to be protected. Yeah, you can forgive them when you've got 2 players on the team that have only really been signed and been playing for them for both of them around about a month. So, you know, it takes time to integrate, and I don't think it's a wild statement, Ted, to say that Adam B and Arasdos are upgrades on Buzz and Fiku.
Sometimes it's not even about going 1 for 1, right? It's all about saying, did the team need a change? What are those guys bringing to the table, and how are they different? Is how I'd direct the conversation, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. It kind of feels like dynamic-wise, we kind of had that conversation yesterday. Having someone like Arasdos that's a new face and is eager to prove himself after things didn't work out on NAP, being a standard anchor support player that won't really require too much to operate. Someone like Adam B that's a lot more aggressive and a lot more proactive than probably nature-wise what both Fiku and Buzz are. Seems to be working out for the system. Obviously, both the Dane and the Paul pretty capable players, but sometimes it's all about needing something new. And right now, you do need to pick up the bomb here, OG. This is starting to fall apart, and it has fallen apart. Yeah, bomb dropped, a bit of a setup, a high-low from different angles, and Nikodos has to save the day, or JiJieHao will win what was not even a force buy, just a bit of a half investment.
Exactly what I was kind of saying, right? Some of the silly rounds that OG can fall foul to, and I've seen them more than often than not on Nuke.
Oh.
Okay, will they be able to get that kill on toward Mini, but there's no way you can isolate both these fights with 5 seconds on the clock. Keeping that AK is the right move to make. only just survives. Prison could decide to make his way down the ladder and try and look for this, but BeeBoo's not showing anything for now. To move through into this position, and Nico will eventually clear it out. Issa was there too to peek off the contact. He's got a lot more to do. Asamas will take a lot of damage in toward heaven, but Issa's doing a great job. Not the first time we've seen him do a good job on the A-bomb site on Nuke, and he's going to hold on to it once again. 4 kills for Issa. What a round.
Welcome back to OG, Issa. Not quite, but welcome back to the server with them, and that's why we were so hyped up to see him back in action. Back-to-back days, Issa going absolutely nuclear from the back of the bomb side, and Spook left in a 1v4 clutch, but it should all be about the damage. Spook, no chances, so many angles, so many players to be worried about, and it's Issa to collect his ace. What a way to say, hello, did you miss me, to OG.
We compare the personality. OG and JiJieHao. JiJieHao are now showing a little bit of resistance in this series on this CT side of Nuke. He will be stopped by Issa again, up to 11 kills now. BeeBoo is waiting, only hits a dink though. It's a good reaction from Adam, and in the end, Issa does get traded. Arasdos will take him with the Galil. 4v3, A site taken, Molotov in toward heaven to push Mini away, but Kamau, first kill of the game, is an important one. He's got 2 separate duels to try and isolate, and he's doing a fantastic job of it. Almost finding Spook as well, but Samus knows where Spook is due to seeing him on that mini-map when Kamau was fighting him. So it's all down to Adam B, and he'll get caught as that smoke fades in Mini as well. Mini with that 1 kill from Mini, doing a lot of good work. JiJieHao.
And then suddenly he's the one that needs to turn around towards heaven. He's the one with the bomb on his back. He's the one that was responsible for so many things. The moment that he turns around towards the bomb side, Kamau just flying up the vent, getting a double kill. A really good play coming out of the youngster. And OG now on the financial back foot.
Come out under pressure. Okay, he's gonna do the right thing. Get that incendiary down, fall back toward ramp, play a headshot angle, try and get Mini activated. Right click nade will be nice to get the damage, you would think, but no, Spook is ahead of it. And now the AWP is in OG's hands. Arasdos can keep hold of ramp, but all 3 players here for JiJieHao are looking to try and retake possession of the map. That's going to surprise Arasdos.
He's hurt him.
And they should get the information that there were 2 more trying to fight. So we can escape up heaven and get the bomb planted on A.
Quite difficult to stay up in heaven right now, or go up in heaven if you're on the CT side. Nikodos hasn't really moved, and he's got an op to work with.
Samus will find Nico, though, somehow. Maybe a wall bang through the corner of the floor, perhaps, there. And Adam B and Spook need to hold on. Kit's available for JiJieHao and Smokes as well. This is the one, and Issa only had a few bullets left, but he's able to find it. Unfortunately, now down to the USP, and he's rushing the issue. Spook has got no helmet. That makes that USP very dangerous. And now he's going to try and go for that smoke defuse. Makes sense when it's behind the site silo. Can Spook run him down in time? He can. Just about. And OG will win their half buy. But it does give them information to rotate over. Kamau's going to be here. A quick glance toward the glass. That'll be smoked off now, and he can focus on single door. Perhaps maneuver past that smoke as well. Got Asamus now in dark. You're very well set up for this if you're JiJieHao. But that Molotov should burn him out of the round, and it will. He at least has Kamau getting 1, but Krisen with a great clear. Mini trying to make up for that previous round now. Gets 1 towards Spook, but he's being pressured. Krisen is up close. 3v3, bomb down. And it's very hard for the AWP to retake toward this site. The Nico and Krisen will hold on to ramp perfectly. They now know where Issa's trying to retake from. He was miles away from early on in the game, or early on in the round, I should say. And OG are kind of brute forcing these last few rounds.
Yeah, they really are, and we're seeing some patient game coming out of OG as well. Even when you knew that you were found out, even when you knew that the CTs had the majority of their players down to be bomb side, it all comes down to a couple of efficient refrags and locking them down in towards the ramp.
Gonna get down. He's got Adam B with him with the bomb. And BeeBoo's only got an MP9. Nico is waiting for the rotation to see if they, as a player, they're looking to try and flank them. That's exactly what's going on.
BeeBoo's not playing for info right now. He's not jump spotting. He's not giving away his spot. As of right now, he doesn't really know if there's players that have walked in towards control, in towards double. His rotating players, that's Kamau and Mini, need to be careful about it.
Adam B is here. He's gonna
They're
be
all down.
getting in the event. In the event
The
as
bomb
well.
can go up A.
It's probably the call at this point. Spook is still trying to sell that fake, and now he knows where BB is. Does Adam just fly up that
Oh
vent?
my god.
He's going to. He's waiting for a split second because he needs teammate support, and he's going to get that from Mini. Krisen working his way through. Issa, he knows what's going on now, but JiJieHao has been completely outplayed.
He's got the timing of a lifetime. Arrows does quite the opposite though. Kamau does take him down, and this is a man advantage now for the CT side on the retake. They do have the kits as well. This is doable for JiJieHao.
Adam will manage to find Kamau though. That recovers it. Mini, very hard to reface into the AWP. Nico does the right thing and checks for Issa as well. Really nicely done from Nico Dars. It's now all down to Bibu. He is kitless, unfortunately, and those kits are very hard to retrieve. They're not near him on that site. He's going to have to try and tap it. Will dink Nico actually through the squeaky box. He does find the kill, but Krisen was the insurance policy. He knows there's no time. He'll win the duel either way. Again, it's tight for OG, but they're finding answers, and Krisen keeps the AWP as the bomb was about to explode too. He's got no utility to fall back with, though, and actually JiJieHao as a whole have one flash left. You have to get one pick and fall back to a different angle, or brawl like this. He's being forced that he has to, and it works out. Well played, Mini. Adam B will drop. Samus does find Krisen as well. Poop trying to remove Samus from that Mini position and does take the frag, but there's still 3v4.
Careful about the Heaven player. It's all about the timing right now. Spook trying to close out the distance. Arrows those will get dropped in the meantime, and the bomb is still down secret right now for Nikodos, but he's not really forcing the issue right now. His job is to stay alive and wait for Spook to get active.
Yeah, 25 seconds though to try and make the decision here for OG. Nico's the one carrying the bomb. Spotted now toward Heaven, and 15 seconds. This
Spook
is very,
going
very
down
late.
B. What is...
They are split up, and I think this round is just over. 9 seconds. Nico is stuck. He's got 3 players on his screen, and yeah. I'm not sure why Spook didn't want to join up with Nico.
What's
there,
the
Ted.
idea?
Yeah, this does feel like it's very hard to... You're lacking this information. Now having to retake. 5v5. Always feels painful. Thankfully, they do a good job there of getting in toward the lobby position. But Arasdos still goes 1 for 1. Of course, that's not really where the issue is for JiJieHao. Going to go for that fight is frustrating. It takes so much time off the clock. And Nikodos has been able just to take Samus and Bibu at the click of a finger on that retake down the vent. Issa's got 2 kills, though.
No
They've got
way.
kits. How have they won? I mean, look at Kristen's reaction. You can understand why.
As many bonus rounds as you can get before OG get those guns out. That's how you stay in.
Yeah, OG's been a little bit lackadaisical in those last couple of rounds of the half, and they need to recover with a pistol, you would think, but Samus will get the opening. Spook is going to drop. Krisen now is worried about the Heaven wrap, as he so should be. He's going to be in the open here, Krisen. This is very hard to recover, but he's been able to do it either way. Fair play, Krisen. We know how good Arazos is with the dualies on Nuke. They'll get helped up by Adam B, and OG recover that at the click of a finger.
The A-bomb side is not really being put under too much pressure. Nikodos has got the entry into our CT spawn, Hell and Mini, and he will be the one to get tested.
Oh, the double. It's good work on the rifle. Well, Nico does once again. 16 and 9 in this game. Arasdos trying to hold on toward ramp, but does get clean entried by Bibu. Not a bad off angle to play for Arasdos, but does just get destroyed. Sometimes there's nothing you can do about that.
Thing is, it's not that type of an off angle you want to be playing when you're up a man, but he couldn't really move around. Good news is, Krisen has just dropped the bomb on the other side of the map trap. This is already falling apart for JiJieHao once again, and they've got only 15 seconds.
And Krisen just dumping his utility to keep them at bay. That'll do enough. We need to make sure they stay alive as well. I mean...
Slightly, but we do.
I think he's now completely heartbroken, Ted. What have you done? And we maybe needs another double kill. And talking of double kills, well, it's not one for a singular player, but JiJieHao try and do a normal play, put the smokes up, go down towards Secret, and well, Spook and Krisen say, no you don't.
You can't even fault them for that. They didn't even break the smokes to spam them down. It was just the straight up bullets blindly getting those kills. And Spook finally gets punished. There goes Osama's. Maybe there could be something, but you need a miracle out of this one. A 2v5 now turned into a 2v4 and a bomb going down. Nikodos has to be careful. He's just getting up close and personal with this one. But Arisdos has got him covered. Osama's back at the bomb site. You need something special, need something spectacular. Tapping away, getting the first two. And now he's heard the other one as well. Reload coming. And there goes the open up the door. Adam be able to catch him on a bit of a timing. Great effort coming out of Osama's.
Very enjoyable if you can give yourself a test to your Counter-Strike memory. Oh, that's annoying for Issa. Nikodos is lining up his shot as Issa is lining up his utility. Issa is out of the round. 19 and 10 is Issa's having a great game, especially on that first half, but they were more difficult on T side for JiJieHao. And OG are pushing into an 11-6 here, but oh my word! Spook was directly behind Krisen, and Asamus has basically luck shot him. It brings it back into a 2v2. Adam's done a good job there. Both toward heaven. They should know that, but Mini's hit a big shot. It's all down to Arisdos, but it's a big miss from Mini. And it gives Arisdos a chance to win this 1v1.
Look at the nerves. He's shaking a little bit.
Another fake. Fake on fake for Mini. And eventually he'll decide to put it down. Aristos has got that kit though. And against an AWP, the right play here is just to stick it, really. More often than not. But he's going to flank him. He's going to flank him. And Mini just looks back at the right time. His internal clock ticked over. And it's a lifeline for JiJieHao. No chance to deliver. Of course, it is a save, by the way, just to be clear. Around the M4, AWP, and AK. It has given a lot of space over to JiJieHao. Kamal's just missed the timing, and Nico's going to see him. It's a good pounce.
That's a bit unfortunate.
Oh, they're going back A, are we?
Yeah, they've lost their presence down the B bomb side. They're pretty much forced to go for an A play, but look at that. Arisdos is still towards the rafters, and Adam B's just going to be the bait here. OG are ready.
This is the perfect setup for OG. This is going up toward T roof to throw some of his utility, like the Molotov 4 top part, and for maybe a bit of the rafter. That could make a difference. But they're all going to be here, OG. They've gambled correctly, and Mini's looking toward heaven, not even looking toward the site. Adam B will just take him comfortably, and just like that, it's crumbling. Nikodos will deal with Osamus. Issa's going to grab that AWP and get away. 20 seconds on the clock, 2v5. They're keeping what they still have.
They just get shut down before the round even starts. You lose one player down the B-bomb side. It felt like you were forced to go for a play that was so uncomfortable and you didn't want to, but you knew it was your only option.
Yeah.
Making a couple wrong moves, which is always a lot easier to fix. Again, JiJieHao looking for a bit of an A-wrap. Osamus has gotten himself into a lovely spot. There probably will be a flash coming in. No, actually, Kamal doesn't have the flash, so Osamus is just going to go for the fight, but Spook's ready.
Yeah. Flying off the rafters there, Osamus to his demise, and Nico's there to watch it as well. Issa tries to lurk in at a later timing that perhaps OG aren't expecting, but Nikodos is keeping a very close eye on that. 20 kills in the game now for him. Krisen's got that AWP on low HP. It works out, swapping that over to him. And Mini, he's even going to get out-AWP'd by Krisen as well. Maybe this guy can just do everything.
Nikodos is in a prime spot.
And Krisen, if he puts a few bullets through this, we know how much damage he's done on this before. And Nico gets his one. Can he strafe away? Yes, sir. There's more coming his way. Flick up, Deagle drawn. Good decision to go for that Deagle, but he's got Spook in support. And guess who's here as well? Krisen, he is everywhere to help out at every given moment, it seems, but he will get found by Mini this time. And BetBoom has caught Adam B off guard. AWP can be retrieved. They can fly up the vent, but not before Arisdos stops him. Did the bomb get up there? I believe it did. Yes, BetBoom's picked it up. And Arisdos tries to press the issue. Not sure you needed to do that, but fair enough, I suppose. Awkward, to say the least.
So no one survived the previous round then?
Yep.
And now they're rushing ramp.
That's why we're rushing ramp. And Nico's missed a big shot. He's going to get overrun if he's not careful. Might have to stand and fight. He's missed another one. Oh, it's so awkward. Nico does. Hit a shot, brother man. Oh, no. Kamal will Glock him out of the round. That's why he says he prefers to be a rifler sometimes. Arazdo's still brawling though. It's okay. Looking for a second, but not to be. The game has ascended into madness. We're up toward heaven, but Adam B's waiting.
It's not A-okay. It's B, I can't breathe. What a chaotic round. It's absolute carnage in the server, and the low HP on the side of JiJieHao could be a little bit problematic. One man advantage, but look at Spook on the prowl. Does he see Issa? Player spotted. There goes the first one. Bomb drop Spook. How many more do you have in that M4? There goes the second. Bibu with a really important find.
How is this game still going? I'm just sitting here confused still right now. Adam B could still put an end to it. Look at the health on Bibu and Kumal. There is one. How do they trade this cleanly? The answer is they might not. He's got two. Summers will finally trade it. 4 HP. Got to be careful dropping down, and is going to die to fall damage, and that would have ended the game. And I think he knows that Crizzen is directly behind him. Oh, he just looks away. Plant will go down. Crizzen giving him the respect. Asamos is looking for it, but not expecting Crizzen to be lurking out of that position. And he is a happy boy, Crizzen. The game is done. A very messy end to Nuke for OG, but they are now one BO3 away from Budapest.
Yeah, this is definitely a big performance coming out of OG. Another team making it into the play-ins right here, right now.
What a surprise. Guns for $1 yet again. Not tired? Stop wasting time and money on junk. With Hellcase, your inventory will turn into a fairy tale. Be smart like the terrorist.